rankings for every starting quarterback this coming season. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott ended up just 17th on the list. The rankings use data from previous years to project each quarterback's performance this season. 17th puts Dak in the Tier 3 category, which Pro Football Focus describes as, quote, volatile or conservative quarterbacks whose production will rely even more heavily on supporting cast and play calling. Shannon has been grinning the whole time I was reading that one.
I've been gritting. It's in my teeth.
Just waiting to talk. Did they get Dak's ranking right at 17, Shannon?
Got it absolutely
What's
correct.
so funny?
You. Why do we skip? I'm tired of this now. Insanity is doing something over and over again.
Yes, that's
and
true.
hoping for a different
Thank
result.
you. You're making
Skip,
my
Baylor.
case.
Okay, Skip. You didn't believe me when I told you he was average. Now, coaches and execs had him ranked 17th in the athletic poll. The top 100 players, there were 15 quarterbacks selected. None of them named Dak Prescott. And now the analytics at Pro Football Focus. Now, you told me a couple of months ago, Skip Baylor, these guys watch a lot of tape. A lot of these guys are general managers and former head coaches, and they know their stuff. They know their football.
They just had a bad day.
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that.
One day they got it wrong.
Skip, I mean, the evaluation in 2017, he was 20. No, 20 in 2019, 2017, he was 19th. 2018, he was 20th. He was charged, Skip Bayless, with a league worst 15 sacks.
That is true. You got me on that one. I will buy that point. That will get cleaned up this year. I agree.
Skip, they're like, conservative. They say Prescott throws is like grading him is like more on the conservative side. Football Insiders, that's another analytics group. I rely heavily on those guys.
Yeah, I know you do.
They say he's the third least aggressive quarterback in all of football, ranked only behind Jeff Driscoll and C.J. Beathard. Skip, I'm going to try to be as clear as I possibly can, use all my speech pathology work that I've gone through in this English. Dak Dakota Prescott is average.
That's it? That's all you got?
That's what they say. Skip, why you get mad at me?
I got a lot.
Tell us, Skip.
I'm going to say this one more time, and you have to keep eating your words on this because you ate them all last year.
No, I didn't.
But it just didn't ever sink in and hit home to you what was happening right before your very eyes. Dak Prescott has become the most underrated, underrespected, underappreciated quarterback in all of football, and it's not even close. Because can I just quickly run down this list of quarterbacks ranked above Dak Prescott? Russell Wilson is all the way up at number 6. I respect Russell Wilson, but Dak played him in a playoff game last year and outplayed him and made the plays of the game down the stretch and out QBR'd Russell Wilson 74-70. I'm just giving you, we're going one game on all these quarterbacks. No. Matt Ryan. Will I take Dak in the clutch over Matt Ryan any day as a leader of a football team? Any day, because I don't trust Matt Ryan in the clutch, and I don't trust him as the face of my franchise, the leader of my football team. And what did Dak do at Atlanta last year when you picked the Falcons and said this will be a rout? Dak Prescott took over the game late and drove his team 51 yards in 6 plays for the walk-off field goal. And what did he do? He converts an early 3rd and 5 from his 25 by throwing 10 yards to Michael Gallup. I told you Gallup's going to emerge as his deep threat this year. Just watch and weep, because then he hits Zeke for 11, then he hits Cole Beasley for 19, walk-off field goal. Then we go to, your man. What do you call it? Limp it to him, Wentz? Carson Wentz. Oh, yeah, walk it to him. I forget about that. Carson Wentz. I'll take Dak as a leader of my football team every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, and any other day of the week over a Carson Wentz whose leadership has been harshly questioned in Philadelphia.
That's all you got? Right? Like you tell me that's all you got?
That's all I got. He beat Carson Wentz, my quarterback, did twice last year. And in the 2 fourth quarters of those games and the one overtime, my quarterback was a combined 24 of 28 for a grand total of 331 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. And over a 3-year period, because they've both been in the league for 3 years, my quarterback has an average QBR of 69 to your quarterback 64. Outplayed, outplayed, outplayed. Let's go to Jared Goff, shall we? Number 13 on this list.
You're 0-2 against him.
Yeah, but guess what?
0-2 against him.
Here are the 2 QBRs in those 2 games. One at Dallas, Dak had an 81 QBR to Jared Goff's 46. At L.A. in the playoff game here at the Coliseum, 84 for Dak and QBR to 57 for Jared Goff. He dramatically outplayed Jared Goff both times. Let's go to Kirk Cousins, shall we? He's ranked 14.
That's what's in
Kirk
your
Cousins. My quarterback beat Kirk Cousins all 4 times. These are arch rivals. Dallas versus Washington. My quarterback went 4-0 against Kirk Cousins and outplayed him every single
That's
time.
what hurts so much. That's the one that hurts so much because they got first Cousins in front of it. That hurts, Skip. Ooh, I hurt for you.
Do I have to keep going? Look, my quarterback has won 32 games over the last 3 years as the starting quarterback. And the only one who's won more is that guy up in Foxborough. My quarterback in the last 3 years has led the NFL in game-winning drives. It's hard to do, but he's done that. And my quarterback set a completion percentage record for quarterbacks in their first 3 years. It's hard to do, but he can't throw. Yeah. And by the way, my quarterback now, the guy who can't throw, is 9 for 9 in the preseason with the contract.
Oh, really?
He's 9 for 9. Did you see the throw to Michael Gallup the other night? Oh, really? It was a back shoulder fade. And look at this. He can't throw. He can't throw a lick. It's right on the money. Back shoulder fade. 31 yards to Mike. You're going to see that a whole lot this year.
Yep.
So what happened once he finally got a number one receiver? When Amari joined last 8 games, what happened last year? 3rd in completions in the whole NFL, 4th in yardage passing in the whole NFL, and 5th in air distance, how far he completed his passes. What are you talking about?
First of all, you're making their case.
I'm making my case.
When they say he's so dependent. Jenny, can you really, the stats that they went into, they ranked it how? They went back several years, right?
Yeah, a couple
Not
years.
one game. Skip Bayless, I'm tired of you doing that. You always try to do that. You try to go one game. Are you trying to tell me that Dak Prescott...
2 games, 4 games, 2 games.
I'm just asking you a simple question. Are you saying Dak Prescott is better than Russell Wilson?
Yes, I'll take him. I'll just take him.
Skip.
I'll just take him.
Skip,
I'll take him as a playmaker and a leader. I will.
Russell
Wilson
just take him. Has gone to 2 Super Bowls.
I've seen him. I know what he does. I'll take my quarterback, and I love Russell Wilson. But I told you, I'll take him over Carson Wentz any day. I'll take him right now over Matt Ryan. I'll take him over Jared Goff. I'll definitely take him over Kirk Cousins. Look.
There's no way I can Skip. I wish there's something I could tell you to make you feel better. But there's no way around it.
I feel great.
He's average.
I don't feel bad.
Well, Skip, let me ask you a question. How many different people must tell you the same thing before you get it through your head? That's what it is.
Here was the quote from Baker Mayfield in the ill-fated GQ story that we just talked about in the previous segment. Baker said he was talking about drafting quarterbacks. Either you have a history of winning and being that guy for your team, or you don't.
Yeah.
My quarterback has a history, a 3-year history of winning and being that guy for my team, yet you won't give in to it because you know you're wrong. You know. No, again, 8 games with Amari Cooper, he was 5th in air distance completed. 5th.
I'm not giving no quarterback that has 12 games in which he's thrown for less than 200 yards or more. Skip, way to do that. Skip, in the passing league, he's throwing for that fewer yards.
All he does is make all the big throws in the 4th quarter. How do you lead the NFL in game-winning drives? Yeah, they're playing close games, and then he pulls it out.
I can't give you Skip. If I lead L.A. County in putting out fires, but I also lead L.A. County in starting fires, what have I done? He's the reason that it must come from behind. It's because he's put the ball in harm's way.
Well, he did get sacked 15 times, and that will get cleaned up. I told you that.
When they're going to clean it up? It's too dirty to clean it up.
How if you can't throw, says Shannon Sharp, the Hall of Famer says he can't throw. And in 2 4th quarters and an overtime against your arch rival in the division, the Philadelphia Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champs, featuring Carson Wentz, how do you throw for 331 yards just in 2 4th quarters and an overtime? It's impossible, but he did it.
What about
and he brought him back both times. Game-winning drives in both games.
How many yards did he throw for against Tennessee? How many yards did he throw?
It was a terrible game.
So that was a terrible game. Well, okay, he had a good game.
Amari Cooper had just joined them and, like, walked into the stadium and said, I guess I got to play this game.
Skip.
And it was terrible. And then what happened? They took off. What was Dak Prescott with Amari from that game forward? 13 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, but he can't throw. He can't throw. You're blind and you cannot see.
I'm telling you, Skip, what they're saying is that he's probably the most dependent of all of the surrounding.
No, that's just false, because he's the playmaker.
No,
he out-playmaked Russell Wilson, who made the run against Seattle. Do you remember the run to get to the one?
Can you
changed the whole game.
Can you imagine if Russell Wilson had that offensive line with Zeke? Can you imagine what Matt Ryan with that offensive line with Zeke? Can you imagine what these quarterbacks, Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, Baker Mayfield, Andrew Luck, Aaron Rodgers, with that offensive line and Zeke Elliott?
The last 2 years, that offensive line has been beat up and half of what
now
they were.
Now they beat up.
Were they not?
No, they're not.
Did they have Travis Frederick last year?
Oh, so what guy? They had Tyron Smith?
How about in 2017? Did they have Tyron Smith? No, they didn't have him.
And his back hurt again.
Yeah, okay. Well, so you predicting they're going to be terrible? Yeah, you've already bet your life on it.
Yeah, I've already told you what's going to happen.
How many times do you have to be wrong before you finally say, I give up, I give in? How many times?
Zeke in Cabo. As a matter of fact, Labor Day, I might go down there and join Zeke in Cabo. Are we working Labor Day?
I think we're working. I think you can't go to Cabo.
See, the problem with Pro Football Focus is they can't factor in leadership.
Yeah, they
This
can.
is the driving force of this football team. That's why Jerry Jones is saying, I don't know, 30, 35 million, I can do that.
And they saying all
He'll
these
be
other
worth
guys,
every penny of it.
Not only are these better guys better quarterback, they're better leaders, too.
Oh, yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, like this list.
Yeah.
Skip, 17 to 32.
Yep.
Well, that middle of the road.
Yep.
What do you
When it comes to production, leadership, game-winning plays, he is a top 10 quarterback, and he will be worth every penny. And I don't know if Zeke will be worth every penny that he gets. I don't know.
Can you imagine if Dak played behind the Russell Wilson line? Woo! Ooh.
Yeah. All he would do is win more games.
All right, guys. Here's the thing, though. Baker Mayfield was 10 on this list. Number 1, though, at being the most outspoken quarterback. Was he out of line with everything he said most recently? Good for us. Michael Rappaport is here, and we know he's got plenty to say. That's next.